What if I told you that money isn't what you think it is? That it's not about formulas, Excel, or knowing when to buy stocks? That the real difference between those who achieve financial stability and those trapped in money stress is how they think. Not how much they earn, not what degree they studied, but how they make decisions when no one is looking, how they deal with fear, impulse, and comparison. Because money isn't just numbers, it's behavior, it's psychology. And understanding this can change your life. From a young age, we're taught that money is about adding, subtracting, and multiplying. That if you save X percentage, invest in Y instrument, and repeat for Z years, you'll have financial freedom. But life isn't a spreadsheet. We don't live in ideal conditions. We don't make decisions calmly and logically. We make decisions out of fear, pressure, and emotions. That's why, even if we know what we should do, we don't do it. How many times have you said, "I'll save this month"? And how many times have those savings evaporated in an impulsive purchase? Not because you don't know math, but because you didn't control the impulse. Morgan Housel puts it clearly. Money isn't about what you know, it's about how you behave. You can have a PhD in finance and still make disastrous decisions. Because money doesn't respond to formulas, it responds to emotions. Imagine you were given $10,000 today. What would you do? Invest it, save it, spend it on something you've been wanting for months? The funny thing is, your answer doesn't depend solely on your financial education. It depends on your emotions, on your fears, from your beliefs about money, because money activates brain areas related to pleasure, danger, and reward. And that leads us to make irrational decisions, like panic selling when the market falls, or spending more when we're sad, or going into debt to impress others. Morgan Housel explains it clearly. People don't make financial decisions on a spreadsheet. They make them at the kitchen table, or at the supermarket, or in the middle of an argument. We are victims of biases. Present bias. We prefer a reward today even if it's smaller. Comparison bias. We think we're doing well, until we see what our neighbor has. Overconfidence bias. We think this time we're going to win with that investment. And all these biases keep us from stability. Because money isn't about knowing what to do. It's about having the discipline to do it, even when you don't feel like it. What do Mike Tyson, Nicolas Cage, and many lottery winners have in common? They were all millionaires, and they all lost everything. Not for lack of income, but for lack of emotional control. Tyson earned more than $300 million and ended up bankrupt. Cage bought castles, rare comics, exotic cars, and had to sell properties to pay off debts. Why does this happen? Because money amplifies what we already are. If you don't have discipline, money will only make your mistakes more expensive. But there are also stories from the other side. What do Mike Tyson, Nicolas Cage, and many lottery winners have in common? They were all millionaires, and they all lost everything. Not for lack of income, but for lack of emotional control. Tyson earned over $300 million and ended up bankrupt. Cage bought castles, rare comics, exotic cars, and had to sell properties to pay off debts. Why does this happen? Traveling by private jet. Morgan Housel offers another definition. Being rich is having control over your time, because you can have money and not have freedom. If this message resonated with you, share it, because we all know someone who needs to hear this. And if you want to continue learning how to improve your relationship with money, subscribe.